he gets the double protect like a butt face. It actually kind of looks like a butt, his face. Like a big red butt with a couple of antennae sticking out of it. Oh wow, it doesn't even take 2 hits. It just annihilates it in 1 hit with a crit. That's amazing. And that rhymed, so it has to be true and amazing. Well, hello everybody again and welcome back to another part of my Pokemon Black 2 Wedlocke. And yeah, in the previous episode we defeated Chorus right here on Route 4. And in this episode we're going to continue with Route 4, and I think starting off by putting another pair up to the front, because these guys have taken quite a beating actually. So let's put the new pair up front. Let's put Amethyst together with Crystallite up to the front and let's see how they do. But before I do that, let's quickly check if we have an item for Amethyst. Yeah, we have the Twisted Spoon. Let's give that to Amethyst because that's gonna power up her Psychic type moves. And it's gonna be very useful. And I think Crystallite is still holding the leftovers. So if we go into this sand right here on this side, we're gonna hopefully encounter something. And that's gonna be either, I think, a Sandile or a Darumaka, and both of them would be really great to get because both of them can be really good. But first of all, there's a policeman right here, so yeah, I think we can just keep Amethyst at the front right here and battle this guy and see what he's got. So yeah, as you can see, wow, it's exactly 6 o'clock right now. Yes, it's going to turn dark in, well, I think after this battle actually, because I think that's how these games work, that turns nighttime about 6 o'clock, and it is quite dark here as well. So okay, so he sends out a Growlithe. I think we can go for an Air Cutter right here, and that's going to be neutral and stab and very powerful. Yeah, I think going for Air Cutter on Amethyst is still better than going for Heart Stamp, because Heart Stamp is a physical Psychic type move, and I'm of course a modest Woobat, so the Air Cutter is going to do more damage because it's a special move. And next up is a Herdier, so I'm actually quite afraid of that. Let's go to Crystallite and hope that he can tank some hits from this Herdier, and that he can dish out some more damage back to him using things like Leech Seed, because Leech Seed is the best and it's gonna be great because we've also got Prankster on this thing, so it's always gonna be priority when we go for Leech Seed. Plus we have that leftovers, I completely forgot about that, and the leftovers are also gonna heal us up a little bit, so each turn that we just sit here basically we get HP back, and it's amazing. And plus, on top of that, we can also go for Mega Drain, and Mega Drain also gives us HP back. So I don't think that a lot of Pokemon are going to be able to touch us or kill us anytime soon. Well, yeah, that's the kind of the famous last word thing right here, because there's of course going to be something and comes along and just wrecks us, but let's not think about that because we're on a roll right now, and we are amazing, and we're gonna prevail because we've got these amazing Pokemon. And yeah, there isn't anything down here he left, so I think it's better if I just got off my bike here, because going on your bike through the sand is rather slow. So let's pick up this Mystic Water right here, I think the last of the trio of those boosting items. And there's 2 fishermen right here, and they are of course going to use water types. So let's put Crystallite up to the front, because I think he can make quick work of those water types using Mega Drain and all those grass type shenanigans that grass types like to do. And yeah, while I'm battling these guys, they've of course got Basculins. We haven't seen those before I think, but Basculin is rather common in this gen. It's a thing like the basic water type of this generation. And I think we can just go for a Mega Drain right here, because we should do a lot of damage. We're also like 6 levels above it. So yeah, that doesn't quite kill it in one hit, but it does do a nice amount of damage. And yeah, chip away doesn't even do that much damage. I kind of expected that to do more, because Basculin, you shouldn't underestimate Basculin, is what I'm saying, because Basculin can dish out quite a bit of damage actually if you're not prepared for it. But we're gonna get healed up all the way back to full, because that's just how Chrysolite rolls. And yeah, that's the one fisherman down, and now there's the second one to go. But as I'm battling these guys, yeah, it's of course night right now, it's 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna eat in a little while. I haven't eaten yet, so but I'm home alone again, so I'll just decide when I want to eat, and I wanted to do this first, so I'm just gonna record this video, and when it's done I'm gonna eat. I think I've also already got some dinner prepared. It's in the fridge. I only need to heat it up a little bit, and then it'll be ready. And wow, this guy also has a Basculin, but that doesn't matter, because we've seen that Chrysolite is very good at handling Basculins, and this one's even a level lower than the previous one. But yeah, yesterday evening I went out to dinner, and that was amazing. I had some nice Chinese / Japanese food in a nice buffet restaurant, so it was actually to celebrate the birthday, the 80th birthday of my stepdad's mother. It's kind of difficult to understand, but she turned 80, and yeah, we all went out to dinner, and I got some nice Chinese / Japanese food, and it actually it took until I think like 10 o'clock or maybe 10:30, and then we decided to just leave because we were full, and we still haven't encountered a Pokemon here yet. Jeez. Yeah, I was kind of waiting to get interrupted by something. But let's just run around real quick and catch something here, because I'm really excited to know what we're gonna get right here. So let's see, we're gonna get a Sandile. Okay, awesome. Level 14 female Sandile. But yeah, that I'm currently at my dad's, so I had to drive back to the other city where I normally live, if that makes any sense. I basically, my dad lives at another town near the city I normally live, so I had to drive back, and I could of course do that right now because I have my own car and my own driver's license, and I'm very happy with that, because it takes away a lot of hassle, and I can just do whatever, and I can just decide whenever I want to go, and yeah, whenever I need to go back to my mom's, or in cases like this, go out to dinner, because I really wanted to be there and go out to dinner with all of them, with all of my my family, I suppose, because, well, I'm not gonna pass up a dinner, jeez. So let's just go for some moves here. Let's just go for Cotton Spore, just to stall him out a little bit, because I wanna just do a little bit of chip damage with Lead Seed, because I'm too afraid to touch this Sandile with anything else. I might be able to Gust it, because Gust isn't stab and it's only 40 power, so I should be able to Gust it, because, I mean, it should be able to take that. Yeah, there we go. And then another Leech Seed damage or chip away, and then I can throw a nice Pokeball at it and hopefully catch this thing, because it's got Intimidate, it doesn't have Moxie, but it's kind of like they're both good. It's oh, I did have Quick Balls. I should have just thrown a Quick Ball at the first turn, but it doesn't matter, because we're probably gonna catch it right here, because I have Great Balls, and Great Balls are great, and it's very low. So we, oh, okay, sure, that's not very nice of you, Mr. Sandile. Please don't die, because if you do, then I'm gonna be sad, because I really want a Sandile. Yeah, if we don't catch it this turn, then he's gonna die the next turn, so I do hope we catch it right here. But we should be able to. Come on now, it's a Sandile, and we have a Great Ball, so that last turn was just a big pile of bullshit, and this turn we should just, without any problems, catch the Sandile. There we go. And Oh, I of course have to give it a nickname. Jeez, I completely forgot about that. Desert Croc Pokemon. It's a ground dark type and it's amazing. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to consult my list to look up a nickname, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I think I've found quite a fitting nickname for this little sand owl right here. If I can just get to the capital letters. It starts with an A, and it follows with an L, and then the B, and then the I, and the D, and the E. Albite. It's it looks like a white sort of mineral, and yeah, I like to imagine that, like, albite, like it's the sand owl and it bites, and yeah, it's gonna be all fierce, and it's gonna say, I'll bite, you know, you watch out, I'm gonna bite, I'll bite. So that's kind of a play on words. I like to have fun. So it's gonna be all bite, and then yeah, that's it. So let's switch Amethyst back up to the front, and then we're gonna continue with this route, of course, because there's still a lot more to do. I think starting with a couple of houses actually, because yeah, if you're playing White 2, this area is actually going to be quite different, because there's going to be an area that is not like as pretty as right now, or as it is right now, because it's going to be like an archaeological site. Yeah, that's a very difficult word to say. But it's going to be like with old buildings and a lot more sand, a lot more like it was in the original games, the original Black and White, because it's I think the story goes that these games, of course, are standing side by side in the timeline, but in this version the developments of Nimbasa City and Castelia City that kind of begun in Black and White 1, they actually advanced and they took place, so they built more houses right here and they expanded the cities. And in Black or in White 2, yeah, because we're playing Black 2, in White 2 the expansions actually didn't take place because they stumbled upon some archaeological things, I think fossils or something like that, so they had to stop with of course the advancement of the buildings, and they couldn't or building the buildings, and they had to well, dig up everything, and they had to look around for things. So when you play through that game, you'll see that this route is totally different, and that's basically why that is. So if you didn't know that, then I hopefully taught you something new in this case about Route 4 in Black and White 2. So the more you know, remember, it's always fun to learn new things, and that's why I would like to become a teacher, and that's why I'm studying to become a teacher right now, because as a teacher you get to teach people new things, but you also get to learn new things yourself, because oh, she's gonna mimic a Pokemon sound. Let's keep my story on hold and listen closely to what she's got to mimic. That was, I don't even know, it was something from my team. I think it was Magby. I didn't even know that maybe or Magby made that sound, but we got a Pokemon or a Poketoy from that. Yeah, you probably couldn't even hear that, but she mimicked my Magby, and that was amazing, so we got a Pokemon toy. And I'm a very good listener, so I get rewarded with a Pokemon toy. So remember, if you listen closely to what people have to say, you get things. Well, I don't even know if that works the same in real life, but try and it might work out. But don't take my word for it. Yeah, there's a couple more trainers around here. I've actually taken a quick look at the Cerebi page on Route 4, and I've noticed that the trainers are also quite a bit different, because in this version there's a lot more policemen patrolling this area, and in White 2 there's a lot more tourists in this area, and they also have different Pokemon. So for instance, this guy's got a Riolu, and he doesn't have a counterpart in the other version, so it's going to be a completely different trainer with completely different Pokemon in a completely different spot. And that's kind of interesting. I really like that, because it kind of like, usually with Pokemon games it's 2 versions, but they are roughly the same, and there's only going to be like a couple of Pokemon that are version exclusives, but the rest is going to be the same. And that fire thing did a lot of damage, my god. So I think I'm going to heal up a little bit right here. But yeah, the versions in this case are quite a bit different. So if I use a potion right here, I have to focus. I have to focus because I have to heal, I have to do maths. Because I have to figure out how much 27 plus something is to get 61. And it wasn't 20, so I had to use a super potion. My god, that does a lot of damage. I don't even know if I can take a second one, and I don't want to die, but I also can't switch into Crystallite. This is kind of a thing. I don't know if Heart Stem... Well, Air Cutter can get a crit, so let's go for Air Cutter, and let's hope that we either kill it right here, or that this Fire Fang doesn't get a crit, and it doesn't get a burn. Nice! Oh my god, that was so butt-clenching. Oh, yeah, okay, we killed the Growlithe and we lived. Oh, I really want to keep this thing, if you haven't noticed already. Because I've never actually used a Swoobat before, and this Swoobat is actually good. Like, it's one of the best Swoobats you can get, because it's got the modest nature and it's got the correct ability in Unaware and not Klutz. So now we have to heal that up. Wow, that was really nerve-wracking for a second. So let's go for a super potion right here and heal that up almost back to full, and then we can continue. Yeah, that was quite unexpected, like the fire type out of nowhere. But I think if we go down here, there should be a couple of items to get. But if we go to this house right here, this little house, I believe we're gonna get the TM for Dig, TM28. Or is she just gonna heal us? I do know that, yeah, she's just gonna heal us. Okay, so in the original black and white versions, this was the house you got Dig at, and then there was another house at the beginning of this route that, or the person inside healed your Pokemon up. But I suppose in this case they switched it around, and they've relocated the place where you get Dig. It might be just on the ground somewhere, I don't actually remember, because it's been a while since I've played this game. And yeah, it looks like there's a couple of hidden items right here, but not on this space. So there's another policeman right here. Let's hope that he doesn't have a Growlithe or something that we can't handle. Yeah, but as you can see, this part of the route is kind of like off to the side, and there hasn't actually anything actually hasn't happened, because these buildings are just the same as they were in Black and White 1, and it's because they didn't finish the construction, because they had to pause it. Wait, no, that's a different version. What am I talking about? That's kind of weird. Why didn't they finish? I suppose they're still constructing. But that's kind of weird. I should look into that. But yeah, I suppose they just weren't finished with the construction, and the houses on the main road are finished, and they chose to do the rest of the houses at a later date. I don't even know. But if you want to read up on Route 4, I highly suggest that, because this is kind of an interesting route. Like the fact that this is kind of a fusion between a route and a city, because the first part of this route was like all houses and barely any trainers, and if you go off to the side, then you encounter like the rough edges and the trainers and the sand and the unfinished buildings. So that's kind of interesting if you think about it, and the fact that this route is completely different from its counterpart in in White 2. I wanna say Black 2 constantly, but that's not true. I don't even know why. It doesn't have a reason. It just, maybe because I say Black and White. If I mention these games, it's always Black 2 first, because that sounds better. It's not White 2 and Black. It's Black 2 and White 2. That's just how it is. And yeah, they're still battling this herd here because it doesn't want to die. Oh god, that Tackle actually did quite a bit of damage, because he went for 2 workups already, and Tackle is way too powerful in this gen. Yeah, they actually nerfed Tackle in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you haven't noticed that already. Tackle is now base 40, so they went from 35 to 50 back to 40, because it's probably because the Quick Attack was base power 40, and it always has been, and nowadays, or in this generation, if you have to choose between Tackle and Quick Attack, you would probably go for Tackle because it's stronger, just because of that. And now they've nerfed Tackle back to 40, because if you have to choose now between Tackle and Quick Attack, you would probably go for Quick Attack because it has priority. But there it is, the TM28 for Dig is relocated to this spot right here. And I think this is also the spot where you can encounter either Mandibuzz or what's the other thing? Braviary. If you come here on certain days, I believe. So we also have Strength. Oh, I completely forgot about that. And Struggle Bug. Yeah, let's take a look at these TMs real quick, because we of course have unlimited TMs. That's how this generation works. And so nobody can learn Struggle Bug, but we might be able to teach Dig to a couple of our Pokemon. Yeah, Howlite can learn it and Sapphire can learn it, so I think I'm gonna do that, because Dig is for Sapphire a good coverage move, and for Howlite it's good coverage as well, because rock types. I don't even know what I want to get rid of actually right here, because we have Return, Rock Smash, and then Bite is also good coverage for ghosts. And Work Up, we can set up with Work Up. So I might actually get rid of Rock Smash here. Yeah, because Dig is super effective on rock types and steel types, so that's kind of the same coverage as Rock Smash. But Rock Smash is also super effective on dark types. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of Rock Smash here, because Rock Smash isn't that good. It's only base power 40, and Dig is like double that. It's base power 80, so that's way better. And I'm also gonna teach Dig to Sapphire, because electric types, and it's very dangerous if we run into those. We're gonna run into those soon, very soon, because of the fourth gym, Elisa. Elisa is gonna have all those pesky electric types, and we don't really have a ground type on our team. We do have Sandile, but Sandile isn't on our team, or Albite I should say. And yeah, we can also learn or teach Strength to Howlite. I don't really know if I want to do that just yet. We might be no, we might be in need to do that soon, because we need Strength, and Howlite is the only one on our team that can learn Strength. So or who can learn Strength, whatever, doesn't matter. But he has Return now, and I think that's a bit better because of Happiness. So let's, what do we do against this double battle? I think we can put Sapphire and Melanite right here up to the front, because they haven't done anything in a while, and it's a double battle, so I think they should be able to wreck shop here. My shiny has reflection of my fighting spirits. Oh, it's not actually a double battle. That's interesting. They were positioned like it was gonna be a double battle. But first off, we're gonna take on Sylvester, or the Roughneck Sylvester, and he's gonna lead off with a Darumaka, so that's perfect, because of course we have that Razor Shell power, which is probably gonna take out Darumaka in one hit. Yeah, it's only level 22, and Razor Shell is super effective and super powerful, so that makes quick work of that Darumaka. And that's the only thing that Sylvester had to offer. So, let's move on to the next one. It's probably... No, he doesn't run up to us. So, he's just gonna stay there, and we have to take 2 paces forward, and then he's gonna battle as well. That was kind of set up to be a double battle, but that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how they did that. So he's gonna lead off with a Venipede. It's a bug poison type. I don't really have anything super effective against that, but we might be able to try out Dig here, our newly acquired Dig. But let's first go for a Razor Shell and see how much that does, and if that's a 2-hit KO, then I might be able to just take this one out with 2 razor shells. He gets the double protect like a butt face. And actually kind of looks like a butt, his face. Like a big red butt with a couple of antennae sticking out of it. Oh wow, it doesn't even take 2 hits. It just annihilates it in 1 hit with a crit. That's amazing. And that rhymed, so it has to be true and amazing. So level 24 for Sapphire. And next up is a Sandile. I think I'm just gonna stay in here because, well, Razor Shell is also super effective against the Sandile. And he does get the Intimidate, but we should still be able to get rid of this Sandile in 1 hit because we're super powerful. And Sandile is kind of frail, so we have to keep that in mind if we're gonna use the Sandile we just caught at the beginning of this episode. Because, yeah, it's frail and we have to train it up first to make it be stronger. And if it evolves, it becomes way better because it gets like defense boost and everything. Route 4, Plant Route Expansion Area. Yes. So there's one biker right here and there's a youngster running around. I think those are the last 2 trainers on this part of the route. So if we can battle those, then I think we should be fine for today, or for this episode at least. Let's see, who do I want to keep in the front, or who do I want to put into the front? Let's put Amethyst up to the front because he's been doing great, or she actually I should say, together with Chrysolite. And I think we can take on this biker right here. Bikers usually have like fighting types maybe. So if this guy actually has a fighting type, Amethyst is gonna do great. Or if he's got a Sandile, I can also switch to Thingy, Chrysolite. And he's got a Zubat, so that doesn't... Yeah, that actually is great for us because we can use Heart Stamp, and that's gonna be super effective. And it's gonna be Twisted Spoon boosted. So it's probably gonna kill it in 1 hit. Yeah, there we go. Amethyst putting in work, even though it's modest. That physical Heart Stamp still does a lot of damage to this Zubat. It's amazing. So level 24, and then Timber, yes, I predicted it correctly. It's got a fighting type, or he's got a fighting type, and it's gonna get annihilated with Air Cutter. Yes, let's diversify a little bit. Let's go for Air Cutter instead of Heart Stamp, even though they're both super effective. But this one's better and it gets crit. So say bye bye to the Timber, and that's the end of this battle. Wow, that was probably the easiest battle I've had in a while against the trainer. So yeah, then there's this one last youngster up ahead right here, and he has spotted us already, so just gonna go in and wreck some more shop right here. I don't even know what he's got. It can be anything because he's the youngster. It's only 1 Pokemon, so that's nice and easy. And he's got a P-Dove. So yeah, wouldn't be a great idea here to switch into Chrysolite, so I think Amethyst is gonna do this all on her own. Let's go for... Let's see how much a Heart Stamp actually does here, without being super effective and actually being like the move of choice here. Yeah, that doesn't do a lot of damage, so let's just go for Air Cutter. I think when it's not super effective and we have to pick a move, then Air Cutter is going to be the best. Because, well, you just saw it, that's the evidence right there. Exhibit A, it's dead now, so it does way more damage if we use Air Cutter. Or is it if we go... No, it's right there, like on the other side of this fence. On the other side of that fence... Oh shit, there's another double battle right there. Oh, what do they actually have? I don't remember what they have, and I'm very scared. Let's put Melonite and Sapphire up to the front, and then we'll battle those 2 guys. And yeah, we're gonna end off the episode, I think, after we've battled these gangsters. These gangsters on the motorbike and with the bald head. But yeah, on the other side of that fence where I just was, what I just pointed out, is gonna be either a Mandibuzz or a Braviary. Depends on what version of the game you're playing, because the Game Freak realized that making Volibye and Rufflet evolve at level 50 freaking 4 is way too late. So and putting them at the end of the game is way too late. So they decided to make those evolved versions available right here. And I think it's a very great decision, but I'm not gonna go for them because they are very overpowered at this point in the game. So I'm just gonna get the Sandile or make do with the Sandile, because I don't want to make it too easy on myself. So, Cottony and Petalil. That's actually not what I was gonna, or what I would like to see here. Because, well, of course Sapphire is weak to grass, and I don't know what to do here, because I could go for the super effective Fury Cutter, or I could play it safe and go for Dig and hide underground, but ground is not super effective on grass. So I think just getting rid of those of these things as quickly as can be, or as possible, would be a better play. So I think I'm just gonna focus all on the Cottony, or just on the one Pokemon right here, to get this one out of the way as quickly as possible. Because yeah, then there's only one grass move we have to worry about, and he might not even go for an attacking move, he might just go for Lead Seed or whatever. No, he does go for Mega Drain, but he targets the wrong Pokemon, like a doofus. He targets, wow, that was actually very powerful. He targets Melonite, and Melonite of course isn't a Pokemon that gets super effective damage from grass type moves. So let's go for Thief right here. Yeah, and that Mega Drain did do a lot of damage, but it was a crit, so I wasn't afraid of that, and I knew that both of my Pokemon were gonna be faster than the Petalil, so yeah, he's dead now, and I was able to take it out before he could do any more damage, and we got out of that battle without any trouble. So I think, yeah, there aren't any more items right here, so this is the way you would go if you want to encounter either the Mandibuzz or the Braviary. I want to say it's Mandibuzz in this version, and that it's Braviary in White 2. So yeah, the more you know, and if you want to get that, it's right there. But I think I'm gonna end off the episode right here, in between all the thugs and the criminals, nice and safe, because yeah, actually not. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and in the next episode we're gonna of course complete Route 4, and I think we're gonna fight Bianca at the end of this route, and there's also the Desert Resort, so stay tuned, there's a lot of things happening. So I want to thank you again very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.